Hello and welcome back to the colony with Man and the Ants. We are back in Farm Manager 2021. I'll be honest, I should probably be doing a VR video right now, but I've had a very little sleep over the last few days and my eyes hurt and I don't want to shove a VR headset to my face, but that's okay because we get to play Farm Manager 2021 and I'll be honest with you, I am really loving this game. If you recall in the last video, I did mention at some point that if I was playing this again, there's a few things I'd like to do different. I'd like to just reorganize things and just, with a little bit of hindsight, there are things I'll probably do a little bit differently to make the farm a bit more efficient. Well, I went back, started the game again, made what I think is a more efficient farm, because I just enjoyed the game so much. It was just a good excuse to spend a couple of hours playing the game and just getting to grips with it a bit better. So this is exactly the same point we were at in the previous farm. We are still on this chapter 3, I think it is. Does it tell us? It does not tell us what chapter it is. Whatever it is, it's the same chapter. We have produced these two items, which I don't think we had done in the previous game, but we do still have to do the sauerkraut, which I deliberately did leave behind. It is basically the same date as well. I'm pretty sure we were in March 2024, so it's all worked out really nicely. And as you can see, the farm is a little bit different. We still have 3 cow sheds, but we have 2 goat, which are like that, and 2 sheep like that. We still have 2 dairy milk processing plants. One's making goat's cheese, the other's making a yellow cow cheese. We still have a single slaughterhouse there. We have a couple of fruit processing plants, and we now also have a couple. Why is there no electricity? We'll get to that in a second. A couple of vegetable processing plants to do the sauerkraut and the pickles and everything like that. I think I only just built that one. I think that's what's going on. We also have this. Now that's obviously a lie then, because I've produced poppy seed. So yeah, so there is power. It just hasn't. If we set the time going, it'd probably work a little. It'd probably pick up on that. I've got a lot more fields, as you may notice. Basically, everything we are using down here. So grass, silage, oats, fodder beets. What else we got? Carrots, straw, wheat, soya and pea are all being produced in these fields to minimize the things we have to spend on. We also have pickles or cucumbers for the pickles, cabbages for the sauerkraut, poppies for the mill, peas. We have peppers, which is our one thing we're growing, which we actually don't need for anything else. And then carrots, fodder beets, etc. What is that? Oh no, gooseberries, because we needed that for a previous mission as well, didn't we? So there's a gooseberry field as well. And we have the same setup over here with the greenhouses, where we've got strawberries, cucumbers, and then raspberries. There we go. I have been making use of seasonal workers. I did use seasonal workers previously, didn't I? Yeah, so we're making use of seasonal workers still. And there we go. So let's hit play and just see if this power sorts itself out. Like, why wouldn't you have power when you definitely had power before? What if we just delete that? And maybe that, it's that cable there is broken, isn't it? You can see it's left suspended there. I have had another issue. There we go. Where if you set the slaughterhouse to take cows from all 3 of the cattle farms, it won't take anything from this middle farm. I think that middle farm needs to be deleted and rebought, or rebuilt even. This logistics building has no power, but again, it definitely did have power at some point, because I've definitely had trucks. Is there like an overlay for power? Electricity layers. Doesn't really help me much, does it? Looks like we're missing one. So it looks like that cable, that suspended cable, should maybe have been connected to another transformer somewhere. Okay, well, that's all very weird. So something that I've learnt a little better is how to do the electricity poles and transformers. So previously, I was just putting down like a transformer or putting the electric pole somewhere and then connect a transformer. It's a very awkward and horrible way of doing it. The best thing to do is just to put down a transformer. See, we do have a bit of space over there for some reason. So we'll pop this down. It's the one I can't get it anywhere sort of reasonable. You can put it over there, I suppose. So you pop it down, and then you get a connection, and at that point you could connect it to wherever you want, and the cable will just sort itself out. I've also learned not to worry about things like this, where the electricity poles are going across an area where you may be thinking to yourself, well, I might build something there. Because if we tried to build something there, you can see that the electricity pole doesn't stop us from building it. It hasn't gone red like it has there. And that's because the electricity cables and poles will just move themselves to sort out your building. So that's fine, we don't have to worry about that. That's great. That's why you can see here, these are going next to these buildings where we couldn't build. If I wanted to build an electricity pole here, I couldn't build one because it's next to that building. It'd be in the way. But I can build it across the road there. So yeah, so it doesn't matter if they're in the way. It'd be nice though if you could have them there. To be honest, the electricity, the whole system in the game is almost it almost feels a bit redundant. It's just something that seems to be like tacked on or sort of left behind. Like, why is that there? I feel like something very weird has happened from my electricity, because that serves no purpose, right? Like, if I get rid of that, no one's gonna care. Interesting. Couple of other things that I have learned. One of those is that in the market, I've completely ignored this trade tab. On this trade tab, we can add a trade item. So we could say, like the yellow cow cheese, we could sell all of the yellow cheese we have as long as it's above a certain price. So currently, we're already in the market. We know that yellow cow cheese down here is currently at 23.79 kilograms. 23.79 kilograms. What am I saying? 23.79 fondulis per kilogram. So we could say add trade item yellow cheese. Sell above. I assume that means per kilogram. Oh no, stock amount. Oh, so it's not sold above a certain price. It's sold above a certain stock. Well, that's weird. But either way, we don't care about keeping cheese. We can just say sell all of our cheese automatically, and we'll never have to worry about it again. I thought it did it based on the price above per thing it was, but that's fine. We don't care. Same respect, you can do stock amount as well. So you can say if you wanted to keep in, if we were buying peas for our lambs, I think it is, for our sheep, we could say always buy peas, always keep 200 kilograms or tons, whatever it is, in stock at all times, and that'll be fine. So this has been told to sell above 0. But we've still got a whole bunch in storage. It might sort itself out, who knows. We currently have 688,000. I did have, I think, about 1 million until I built this one. But there we go. We are doing okay. We have diseased field in the grass field. That's fine. We don't really care too much. We have all of these fields covered by this one well over here. I did watch a couple of videos, which is where I picked up on the trade thing, to try and get some hints and tips. Somebody did actually post on the last video a comment I haven't responded to yet, so apologies, asking for hints and tips on the game. And the main thing, either in campaign or in the freeform game, I would say is just to take it easy. Just take it easy. The thing I've seen a lot of people do, not many people seem to do the campaign on YouTube, so if you're here because I've done the campaign, welcome. But one thing I've seen people do quite a lot is just go, okay, so I can build a field, so I'm going to go down here, I'm going to pick the field thing, and I'm going to build the biggest field I possibly can. And they just build like 4 of those, and then they go, why do my workers take so long to work on these fields? So I think you don't need to do that. I've obviously got this very British mindset where fields are, nice and regularly small size, whereas the American mindset is fields should be from horizon to horizon. They should be as big as they could possibly be, which is fine if you've got that sort of workforce available. But I think in this game, start small. Like, I don't think we'll have to buy much at all to keep what we've got ticking over. We've got enough there. You can see I've even only got 1 silage. Storage for silage. It's not a better word. Silage production, silage store. As part of the campaign, it makes you put down 2, but I actually deleted 1 because we don't need to. It ticks along fine with just 1 of them, so why bother? Let's buy a couple more cows. How are we doing? We've got 5 in there. I still can't see a way to automatically buy the cows, but what I did learn is that obviously the animals, I say obviously, the animals reproduce. So what we could do is just tell the slaughterhouse to take everything above 3, so it takes 1 from each of them, although not the middle one because it's broken. And then they will at some point reproduce and produce another cow. That's probably more for people who have got like multiple loads of these. If you've got like 10 of these, perhaps that'd make a bit more sense. But yeah, so that they do breed, so you don't always have to buy new cows, but that's not the way I do things. Let's just check our seasonal workers. So we've actually got 2 seasonal employee houses, which are getting 12 each. So during the main season, which is coming up, it's coming up, so they're going to start getting in some workers now. This one's got 2, this one's got 1. We'll have around 51 workers in total, and they will all be busy most of the time. I put down a second one, and I limited the number of workers, and I just kept creeping it up as I saw the people were still being employed. Oh, we've got a bunch of money, so I'm guessing all our cheese sold. It must have done. We've only got 230. You must do it on like a per day or something like that, and maybe at the end of the month. So we can get our cheese sold, we can get our blackcurrant jam sold, we can get our beef sold, and it's just going to stop us going in and doing that. Not that it's a bad thing having to do it. It doesn't take a lot of time, does it? So what do we have to do? We have to produce sauerkraut. We have made a little bit somehow, don't we? Oh, because this is meant to be making sauerkraut? It's just doing it very slowly because we were only on 1 speed. Let's speed everything up and get that sauerkraut producing. Because I knew I had to get cucumbers and cabbages for this mission, I did have the cucumber, and I think I got cucumber fields, yeah. I did have those down already in preparation for this. So that's why I have 2,800 tons, or kilos, I'm not sure what the measurement is. What does it class it as? Kilograms. I have 2,800 kilograms of cabbage already in stock. In fact, no, I have 21,000 kilograms of cabbage. I have 25 grand's worth of cabbage because I knew I had to do this. So I've been harvesting cabbage for a couple of seasons. So we're up to 41 workers, and that's going to be our seasonal employees ticking in. So we're up to 5 over here, 7 over here. Something else that I came about as part of other people's videos is that if you click on the house over here, someone mentioned in one of their first videos, isn't it a shame you can't get rid of this tractor, this dilapidated, rundown thing? You either can't fix it or just get rid of it, it's like pay to remove it. What you can do though is you can upgrade the building. I'd never noticed, I've never clicked on this building, so I've never noticed it before, and it hasn't come up as part of the campaign yet, obviously. If you click on that, you can upgrade the building. The only benefit you get from that is that you can increase the maximum size of the fields. It goes up to 75 by 75. At the moment, it is 48 by 48, so that is a very sizable difference. We don't really care because a field that size is kind of unnecessary to us, but it does give us this beautiful looking house. Look at this. It's absolutely gorgeous. And it's got a ladder on the roof for some reason. No idea why. We could do it again, but what's the point? I'm going to leave it at that for now. And this is where you go to buy more land as well, which obviously currently is locked out because that's going to be part of the campaign moving forward. You can see I do also have 4 tractors working the fields. So I wanted to make sure I had as many tractors as was sort of required. So we do have some manual labour still with the seasonal employees. You can see we've actually lost workers. We're on 51 just now, aren't we? This one has to get a few more employed. And they run all the way up until the 22nd of December, which is the very end of the very beginning of winter, I should say. The very beginning of winter. And then we hire them slightly before spring. It's actually the 22nd spring starts, but it's a couple of days early, just so we can try and get a couple of them in straight away as soon as we can to get everything ticking along as quickly as possible. So yeah, there we go. That is how everything looks at the moment. Let's buy a couple more cows. They're probably running a bit short. Yeah, they're out of cows completely there. So I'll tell it to do all 3 of the cow sheds. We'll see if it's working. I suspect it's not working. If I had to guess, I'm going to say it's not working. There was something else. I'm just trying to think. There was something else that come about as like a little handy hint. Oh, that was it. One of the videos that I watched suggested that an easy way to make money is to go into the machine market, look for a vehicle or a piece of equipment which is used, preferably like as low as possible, so if you can get something in the 20s or the 30s. Buy one of these used vehicles. So the only one that would be suitable here at the moment is sort of this one here. So buy this used vehicle at 42%. Get your mechanic to fix it and then sell it for profit, which sounded very sensible, didn't it? Like if you've got... I haven't bought more cows, have I? Oh, it did take... It's fixed the cows. It's fixed the cows. So we've got a broken cable, but the cows are now being collected. Wonderful. Yeah, so if you've got a mechanic, the mechanic fixes the vehicles for free, in inverted commas, and then you can sell the vehicle you've just repaired for an easy bit of profit. Now, I don't know if that's something that was changed in a patch, but that is not the case, and it took me quite a few vehicles being repaired and sold for me to really notice that my total money seemed lower each time after I sold the vehicle. So if you see that same video that I did, ignore it. Ignore it completely. That is not reasonable advice. I could show you, I'd have to save and load though, because I don't really want to lose the money necessarily. But yeah, it does not work. When your mechanic repairs a vehicle, so this one here is currently 93%, so we could say, do this. When they repair a vehicle, it does cost you money. So we're on 618,120 at the moment. He's gone out there to repair the vehicle. And that's not going to repair very much, so I don't know. And we just made a bit of money from selling cheese, so ignore that. It's now 627.97. He's taking his time fixing it, taking his sweet time fixing it. And it's cost us like, what, 620 we were on. So it's cost us 16 grand to fix that up. So it does cost you money, and you will not make money if you sell the vehicle afterwards. It was a fatal mistake that I made several times. Not enough staff for the carrot field. We have 52 staff now, so there's going to have to be enough staff. We already have gooseberries and blackcurrants in, ready to be harvested, which take a lot of staff to do as well. It actually looks like we might need another seasonal employee building, doesn't it? And it says we haven't got enough cucumbers. They got 59 days. They're only just cultivating, and they've got 55 days over there left. So we are out of cucumbers, and there's not going to be any more for quite a while. I may as well move this over to sauerkraut. There's nothing else that we're really... We're making soy and peas, but... Or carrots, sorry, but we don't want to use those because they're a staple for our animals down here. What's this? Well, hold up. Not enough resources. Poppies, that is for our mill. So we might want to make another poppy field at some point then. But then I'm also suspecting that they're going to tell us to do something different with the mill at some point. So maybe I'm not too concerned about that. We have no warehouse available, which means our warehouses are full. Now, I've been a little confused on this point. I don't know how the warehouses work. So you can see the warehouses have a radius, which is reasonable. So over here, for example, we have a fodder beets field. So they're going to collect those fodder beets, and they're going to put them, well, it's a bad example, they're in the grain silo, but grain silos have the same thing, same principle. So they're going to collect those fodder beets and put them in, oh, they don't go there, they do go in, oh, they do go in the warehouse, right, ignore me. They're going to collect the fodder beets, put them in this warehouse. This warehouse doesn't reach the cow sheds. But, as you can see, when we click on the warehouse, they don't change their stock or the totals per warehouse. That's like a shared inventory between them. So I don't know whether if I put fodder beets into this warehouse, whether the workers down here can collect fodder beets from this warehouse. That's why I have three sort of slightly overlapping, in case that isn't the case. So I just don't really understand how the warehouses work. I'm fairly confused as to how they work. But we are currently out of space, which means we need to go and look at selling some stuff. So let's look what we've got. Goat's milk we use. Pickles we can sell. Jam we can sell. Ground poppy seed we'll sell. We've got lots of meat to sell, which is currently not at a bad price either. Goat's cheese, wool, sheep's milk we can sell. Strawberry jam we can sell. And what have we got here? We've got so much cabbage. We're going to keep hold of that. We've got a lot of wheat. We are producing a lot more wheat than we're using. Maybe we'll make the wheat used in the mill and see how we go there. See if we run out. We have quite a lot of carrots. We have a lot of soya and a lot of blackcurrants as well. We have a lot of cow's milk, actually. Let's sell like 7. In fact, what we'll do is we'll set the trade. We're going to say cow's milk. Everything over like, what, 3,000? We'll sell everything over 3,000. Oh, we've just sold the stuff. We'll have a look at what that's going to say in a second. So if we... Oh, it's got rid of all the stuff I've had in there, hasn't it? So, pickles, jam, poppies, meat, cheese, wool, milk, jam. Oh, and gooseberries we're not doing anything with either at the moment. So maybe we'll sell... Oh my god, gooseberries are worth loads. We'll sell like 5,000 gooseberries just to free up a bit of space. So if we look at our warehouses, we're down to 52,000. And that's the same across all of them. So yeah, I don't know how it works. Still complaining about a lack of staff, which is very interesting. I could probably do with another tractor purely because when you have these fields here, which have to be manually harvested, I don't think there's a way of, there's no automatic harvest for them. It has to be via a chest trailer. But the chest trailer uses up a tractor as well to pull the chest trailer to the field. So this one person currently can harvest it. So that could take days for that to happen. And during that period, that tractor is completely out of use. So we might want to buy another tractor. Is that tractor still going there for cheap? Yeah, let's buy that one there then. And we'll put it in the back over here. I think that's probably quite sensible. We might even want to think about getting another... Well, there's nothing else to be... Oh, this one's to be harvested. Yeah, we might think about getting another chest trailer then. There's only new, but it only costs 8,000, so that's fine. And we'll put that at the back there as well. And we're going to need to think about getting some more storage at some point, some more vehicle storage. So this one is claiming a lack of poppies. I said I was going to try it with wheat, didn't I? Just looking what else it can use. Yeah, let's just try it with some wheat. We've got loads of wheat. Let's do that. See if we can produce enough wheat to continue feeding our sheep and keep the mill going. So the backup plan is slowly taking effect. You're doing great. Set up a permanent sales channel and sell 400 pickled cucumbers and 1,000 mutton. We've already done the pickles. We need mutton. Oh, which means we need to change this. You now need to produce mutton. It's interesting it's mutton rather than lamb. I assume that's mutton, yes. So let's fill up our cow sheds. And then you are going to take... Well, we may as well just take loads, right? Because the sheep aren't really good for anything at the moment. So let's just take everything like 2 above. I like to keep at least 1 or 2 things there, just so when you hit the buy, you don't have to select the animal again. You can just hit buy repeatedly. It's just a little time saver. Not a massive difference, but just enough. Let's speed everything up. It does say an automatic, a permanent sales channel. So that does suggest that wants us to do the trade, which we're not doing that for, but that's fine. That's fine. Just wanted to check to make sure, yeah, both of the seasonal employees are within range of this field, but it's still just like that one dude. It says there are loads there, but we've only seen one person working on it. So they are now collecting the gooseberries, but they're not even using the tractor and the chest trailer, so now I feel like that was a waste of money. Thanks for that, guys. Thanks for that. Well, guys and gals, I should say. You're up to 53 workers, and you can see there's 3 currently unassigned, but that is quite a rare thing. One of the videos I watched, which was one of the problems people ran into, non-free sources, peas or strawberries, right? Strawberries is fine, because that's just for the preserves, isn't it? So we're not too worried about that. What we can do there is just swap this over to raspberries temporarily, because we were producing raspberries and we do not produce enough raspberries to have a consistent production chain at all. We do produce a lot more strawberries, but obviously not at the moment, so we'll do that. Something else I have done as well, actually, while I think about it, is if we go over here and look at all of our production things, you can see that all of the fields I've got a higher priority on. And then all of the greenhouses are set to the normal priority. And that is because I want to make sure that the fields, which are seasonal, are always prioritized over the greenhouses. Everything here apart from the raspberries, in fact, and the strawberries, we don't have either of those in the field, do we? Let's just check. Am I lying? It's only the cucumbers, yeah. So we don't care anyway. It would be nice to have them constantly producing things, but we're not too bothered. Maybe I'll get a raspberry and a strawberry field going as well, just to make sure they are ticking along. Because then basically the greenhouses are just there so the permanent employees, which are here, these 8 permanent employees, the greenhouses are just there to keep them busy. And to be honest, I probably need more permanent employees, because having 1 per greenhouse is not enough. That is not enough. Let's go over here. We may as well produce a few more at least. We do make peas, but it's probably going to be a little while, I'm guessing, until we have the peas. Where is the pea field? There it is. It's another 73 days. Yeah, it's going to be a fair while, isn't it? So they've collected all of those sheep. So let's and You can also see that, oh, I don't know, I only have 1 person there. I thought I put more people in something here. Ah, it was the milk production. So yeah, I've put 4 people here and 3 people in this one, and that's just to try and balance out the amount of milk we're producing to the actual production time for the resources, the 2 cheeses. Otherwise, I mean, we're not even using cow anymore, so that's a redundant message. Yeah, otherwise, our cow and goat's milk was just piling up like absolutely no end. We just had thousands and thousands, which is fine because you can sell it, but you know, if you can turn it into something, it sells for more. So yeah, we try to balance that by putting more workers in over there. Obviously nothing else apart from the sauerkraut is sort of in that same position. Maybe we'll get someone else working in the sauerkraut. We don't want either of those. There's only 1 house they can work in because it's not telling us there's anywhere else. Manufacturing, and she's only 1,300. Yeah, perfect. You'll do. Oh, now there's a 5. Now there's a 5, but that's fine. We could also go through and look at these people and upgrade them to max. We do have a lot of money, I suppose. I don't know how much difference it actually makes, but maybe we could do that. They do still have cows in stock here as well, so that message is even more ridiculous. But yeah, sheep, sheep, sheep. We might need to think about putting in, because how much do we need to make? 1,000, and it's doing 70 a time, and it takes this long. So do we have someone? Oh no, we don't at the moment. So let's hire someone else. Why not? Just to make that a little bit faster. We have plenty of money at the moment. And just the 2 things we're selling seem to be keeping us going nicely. One of the things I read about, it was one of the patches that came out ages ago, because the game's been out for a few months now, but one of the things that I saw mentioned was the fact that the market will get saturated with the products you're selling. So we're looking at a number of things, like, yeah, the sheep's milk, the goat's milk, the jams have gone down in price quite a lot as well. The cheese is actually doing very well, even though we're selling it constantly now. But the market will get saturated with the products you're selling. So if you flood the market with just thousands and thousands of cow's milk, it'll obviously be worth less, because that's how the market works. Unfortunately, until you're in a position where you have got, you know, tens of thousands of units of products coming in every month, you're not really in a position to pick and choose. Like, if I make cheese, I have to sell that cheese. We're only just now at the point, like where I got to at the sort of off-camera work I did, where we were making a good deal of money. Like, it took me this wasn't very profitable at all until it all worked together. All of this had to work together to make money. Partly that was because of the silly mechanic buying and selling thing I was doing as well, though, of course. But yeah, we're doing okay now, but it was a bit of a struggle for a little while. So yeah, where was I going with that? Workers and stuff? I don't know, I've forgotten. Honestly, I'm so tired. I do apologise. I do apologise. I'm so tired. Alright, so we moved the manure storage up here. That's something else we did, because we wanted to obviously make sure it's covering all of the fields. So we moved the manure. Oh, that's something else. That was something else. I'm pretty sure in the last game, from the last videos, I didn't change them. And the game doesn't tell you this, it's very sneaky. But over here, on each field, and in the greenhouses, you can click on this little button here, and you can say use chemical fertilizer, or manure, or liquid manure, if you have access to that as well. By default, when you put down a field or a greenhouse, it will default to chemical fertilizer. So I do remember in my first video where I put down a field, and then I bought all the equipment it said that I needed to buy, and then it was like, oh, you need to buy a fertilizer, which we probably, did we buy it over here? I can't remember. No, I probably didn't for this one, did I? It's like, you need to buy a fertilizer, a pellet fertilizer. And I couldn't understand why, because it specifically mentioned the manure with regards to the cows, and it made us buy a manure spreader, which we do have down there. So I couldn't understand why we also then needed to buy a chemical fertilizer spreader. But that's why, because it doesn't tell you that you have to change everything you make to use solid manure rather than chemical fertilizer. So that is something, if you are playing this game, if you're going to do a campaign, just bear that in mind. You are going to need to change that. How are we doing? The gooseberries, are they back in, or is it the same harvest? I can't remember. We do get a lot of gooseberries, it seems. You see loads of people working this field down here now. And when there's loads of them, they do fly through the work. Same up here with the gooseberries. There's a huge amount of them working there. Previously, they didn't use a tractor because they just dropped it straight into the warehouse. It almost seems silly to use the tractor because they probably have to work... Where are you going? He just carried gooseberries. So because he got tired, mid-job, he then carried his gooseberries past the tractor. Same with this dude here, look. Past the tractor into the house. I assume he will come out of there and then go back to the gooseberry field. How bizarre. Our cabbage field is also in for harvest. We need to sell 1,000 mutton meat. How much mutton meat do we have? 700. We're actually really close. That didn't take any time at all. Any time at all. We need to buy some more sheep. Is it still going? It is still going. So we probably could just do a turning that off now. And let's fill this up with sheep. Or what we can try doing is saying... Oh, it's already... I'll have to sell them now. Oh, that's fine. We'll just leave that going. So what we'll do is we'll say take everything above 8. And then they should at some point reproduce and they'll just take a couple more. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. Lots of messages here, but I ignore these. It just tells you the fields have been harvested. Good. This is a farm. That's exactly what should happen. I care not. So what are we missing here? Not enough staff. So it just uses the Xeno Combine with the Reaper Harvester. Which we do... Where is the harvester? There, okay. Weird it's down there. I should move that. Up next to the actual harvester machine itself. That makes more sense. Makes more sense. We've got space, excuse me, a space there to put another parking down as well. I've tried to keep it all very central, so as we make things around this, they're all going to be used. The parking does have quite a wide range on it anyway, to be honest. It's not too much of a concern. I've tried to be quite sensible with how I do this. So you can see some strawberries are being harvested down here now. But again, that isn't really a concern. These greenhouses do take a lot of work. It wasn't again until I watched someone else's video when I was trying to look for some sort of hints and tips going forward. Obviously they do the harvesting manually, but they do the like the ploughing manually as well. And there was one dude I watched who I think he upgraded his house and then made a massive field and then made the mistake of allowing manual work on it. So they did the ploughing manually and they only had about 4 people working and it took days of in-game time for them to even make like half progress. I think he ended up selling the field to stop them. But yeah, it took days. So they do have to do that. And obviously you can't get a tractor in the greenhouses. So they have to do that. So that's very interesting. One thing I just thought with lots of money, one thing we haven't done is we haven't upgraded the irrigation system. Now I don't think it's too important. It has just rained, of course, which is why they're all looking very, very healthy. And we do have the well there, which aids the irrigation. Same with these, but you can see it doesn't keep them properly. So they're still probably using people to do that, are they? So if we upgrade like all of these, like why not, right? We've got oodles of cash and loads of stuff we haven't even sold. Can I do this in this screen? It doesn't look like it, does it? Summer is here, and for many people it is time for vacation, and it is also a stormy period. A time for looking after plants and beginning the harvest. Well, we're fine. So where did we get to? That one, that one, that one. Upgrade. Upgrade. Oh, upgrade. 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 I need to do it 8 more times. I missed the first one, so that's technically 9 times. Hopefully that'll just save a little bit of time. Increase our yield as well if they're getting properly watered automatically. That will hopefully increase our yield. Apologies for the massive flick in there as I was doing that. So I've told them to take everything above 8, and we've got 10, and they haven't taken any yet. So I wonder if they have produced more sheep, if they've bred more sheep. Interesting. I want to have a quick look at our wheat situation. We've got 5,000 kilos, so that has gone down quite significantly, hasn't it? What we don't have, we don't harvest the poppy field yet. I guess not. No, we have. So where did the poppy stuff go? The poppy seeds? Did I just miss them? They're not in here. That's just milk and cheese. Well, that I am very confused about. Or is it here? Like, what have you got in here? No, that's peppers. Well, maybe it hadn't grown then. Maybe it was just, maybe it's a different stage. Weird. Weird. I thought that said that was ready for harvest. I was convinced it was. Still says we're short of cow, which is still a lie. You're still lying to me. We might have to turn this one off at some point. Oh, we must have 1,000 mutton by now, right? Must do. Yeah, we've got so much mutton, it's ridiculous. What else can we sell while we're here? We'll just make sure, let's leave the beef because it's on a very poor price. We don't want to sell that. The cheese will sell automatically. Cow's milk we've only got 958 of, which is interesting. So I told it to sell everything above 3,000, so I might get rid of that for now, as that doesn't seem to be doing what it should do. Which we need to sell. Let's have a look at this game. To sell this, we've got a whole bunch of flour. I'm going to keep hold of the flour, particularly the wheat flour, because I think that's going to be something we are going to want. Oh, now we've got 3,000 cow's milk. Oh, it doesn't show you the stuff that is earmarked to sell? Or if you see what I mean, it doesn't show you the stuff that you've said don't sell? I don't know, that's very weird. I mean, that is terrible, so maybe we'll hold on to that as well. Wool is terrible. Sheep's milk is terrible. Jam is good. Jam is good. Sauerkraut is terrible. Jam is good. What else have we got? Quail selling some fodder beets. I don't think we need that many. Well, then again, we do have to go through winter, so maybe we'll just sell like 3,000 or so, just to free up a bit of space. Because that's the other thing, is it's okay saying you have a lot of them, but obviously you do need to keep that going throughout winter if you're feeding your animals that. Peppers we can sell, so let's make it, it's an easy 95,000. There we go. Oh, and there we go. Of course, that is now chapter 4. A reward of 30,000 is almost ridiculous. Congratulations, you've made it. Now you can think about further development. First, complete training in labour law. So this was another thing that I hadn't really noticed at all, I don't think, until I saw other people's videos again. And as they pointed out, it is in kind of a silly position. So, finish training, labour law training, gives you no indication where it is. So if we go down to this one here, which is where you can see like your account history, your staff, your fields and your animal stock, your production things, your vehicles, your storage, and then your research. It's a weird place to have it, isn't it? It doesn't feel like it should be there at all. But yes, so I couldn't have done any of this before, so it's probably what if I did see it, I would have just ignored it because it was all grayed out. But we can now start doing some research. We need to do labour law, did they say? Labour law training, which increases the strength of employees by 5%. Only takes 3 days and 500 fondulis. And then that gives us access to all sorts of amazing things. So let's do that. Can we only do one at a time? Yes. Well, alright. That's on its way then. There is one there, and someone complained about this bitterly in their video, but there's one here somewhere. The annual agricultural school, which increases the quality and quantity of the harvest by 10%, which is crazy good, and gives you access to specialized training, including all sorts of things, just absolutely crazy things. But it costs 100,000, that's fine, but it takes a full year to do that, and they complained about that a little bit, and I kind of get it, because it's a year you can't do training, and if you're relying on that to do something, like if you're relying on getting that to do some of the training underneath it, you are just basically stalling for a whole in-game year. On the other hand, it's such a good bonus, like 10% yield on all your stuff. That's incredible, it's crazy good. The boss is preparing the company for opening to more exclusive markets. Your farm will also be involved. Quail meat and eggs are very tasty, healthy, and expensive. Create a quail farm. Start by placing 3 small chicken coops and then buying quails. Which, that seems a bit backwards, doesn't it? But cool, alright. What are we missing over here? Peas and sheep. Oh, that's because it's collected the 2 that it can. Do you know what, that's fine, we'll just buy a couple more for now. We'll buy a couple more. We'll just keep it ticking over, why not? And then the cow's milk will just leave producing this stuff. So the sheep, I mean the sheep's milk we weren't doing anything with the sheep anyway. Ideally what we'd want to do is get another dairy processing and get it processing the sheep's milk as well. Or, alternatively, just change this over to goats. So we're just doing goats, that'll be the other option. But peas, we want some peas. Show. Now it's peas before as well, wasn't it? Have we not had a pea harvest yet? Well, they're harvesting it as we speak, so I'm actually not going to... Oh, no, I am going to just buy the 105 it recommends. Who cares, right? Who cares? Who cares? I don't care, whatever. Want to look... Oh, we are full of... I was just thinking, I wonder how full our warehouses are. We could just put down another warehouse. Let's think. If we're going to do chickens... We're going to put them like either here or here. Probably like here, right? Although the rest of our animals are here. Is there a way to upgrade the warehouses? Not that I can see, no. Probably could just do with selling some of our stuff, I suppose, but... We've got a lot of grass. Does grass go in the warehouse? But we do use that as food as well. So I don't want to use it up. I'm sure we're going to need to have the wheat flour for something at some point. Do you know what? I'm just going to build another warehouse. I'm just going to build another. We've got oodles and caboodles of money. Who cares, right? So we've got one down here, one here, and one here. So up here, it seems like it'd be a reasonable place to put a warehouse. Maybe here. Just covers any future expansion in this direction. No, I don't know. We could put one like here. I might put one here. Let's just do that. Just gives a bit of extra space, won't it? So you can now see, now that it's given access to training, you can see you can now get these medium cow sheds as well. And large cow sheds. And it tells you what you need. So to get all of these, I think, you need the annual agricultural school. So if you want to get any of these, and I think this is what that guy was complaining, I think he like spec'd out, he wanted to do something, like let's say chickens, but he only wanted to make the large chicken coop. Didn't see the point of doing the smaller one, so he had to wait a full in-game year to get that, to get the rest of the training so he could actually do that. So, you know, vaguely understandable, but another point, this isn't a fast game, so what are you going to do? What are you going to do? So here, I could, it said put down 3, right? I might just do 4. So if we do one there, and one there, and then we do 2 either side of it, and put a road. In fact, I might do them there, so then the road's in line with it. Which is mildly pedantic, I suppose, but what are you going to do? And I might even make this a paved road. I think it's about time we start getting paved roads. There's no way of upgrading roads, unfortunately. If I do this... Oh. Wait. No, you can't upgrade roads. I wasn't misinformed. So what you have to do is delete the road and then put down a paved road. Which is a mild pain in the behind. Mild pain in the behind. And what I haven't done, what I thought about when I realised that you could buy the more extra tiles and stuff, and we're going to want to come down here at some point, I guess, is I haven't left a 2 width road to get the 2-lane road in. which you probably want to do that. You probably want to have like a crossroads, like down by the side of your house here, so you can go up and down with a bigger road. I haven't got that done. I haven't got that capability, which is entirely my fault. We need 30 quails. It's a quail, isn't it? Yes. How many can we hold here? 10. Well, let's just need to fill them up then. That's fine. Oh, hold up. Then we need to feed the quails. What do they eat? Wheat. Fine. We are going to have to change this then, I think, aren't we? What's our current wheat store? Still 5,000. But let's swap this back over to poppies. And maybe we'll have to do something about the poppies. I don't know what, though. So, yeah. Wheat, buckwheat, linseed, apples, and pumpkins. Golly gosh. Well, we do not have that stuff at all. So we're going to need to think about doing more fields. Seems sensible to put them up here, doesn't it? Just because that's mainly where our employees are based. It's closer to the tractor things rather than if we went down here. So we're going to put some more fields up here. Buckwheat, linseed, apples, and pumpkins. Now, apples are interesting because that's an orchard. We haven't got any orchard yet, and that's a different staff type. So if we look at like hiring staff, I can't do it from here because it's full. Oh my word. Where would that be? I want to hire some staff. There we go. Yeah, orchard. I'm pretty sure it's this one. You gonna tell me? There we go. It's his own skill. That's very interesting. It might make us make an orchard at some point, but if we do, I think we'll put the orchards like over here. We'll like dedicate this area to orchards, so we'll do the rest of it for now. So what have we got? We've got the wheat. We need buckwheat, linseed, and pumpkins. I'm assuming a pumpkin isn't an orchard. I don't think it would be. So we'll do everything apart from the apples. And we're doing these, as you can see, this little green bar's ticking up. And just to make sure it fills all the way up. So we need 3 more fields. Alright, alright, alright. Let's think about how we're going to lay these out. We can use a paved road. If we come across here, it's only a 3x3. And everything is generally, if we look at these, they're a 4, that's a 4. I suppose the employee houses. Oh, and the warehouses are only a 3 as well. Okay, so, yeah, so we'll stick with 3, will be fine. Let's just do 3 then. So we come across here, bring that down there as well. So we've got a little bit of space there to put some people in, and then we've got some fields we can put up here. So, I'm going to go all the way up. Why not? So I've been doing them. I think these are roughly about 0.8, 0.7, 0.8 of a hectare. Yeah. So we've got 0.86 or 0.01. Should we do 0.86? Should do we might as well just do the full one, right? Let's do the full one. I'm going to put these right next to each other, no spaces in between. And that gives us then a nice space there to get the road going straight up there. We could even have maybe made that slightly bigger just so it wasn't there, but who cares? And then we need buckwheat. Now some of these might require different harvesting techniques as well. That'd be interesting. And then we need to remember to change it over to manure. We might have to even start talking about importing manure. And we also need to tell it to use manual labor. We do have all of the equipment for the buckwheat, so that's great. And we need to change the priority up as well. So that's that one sorted. Pumpkins was another one. So change that over to manure. Again, we've got all the equipment, including a precision seeder. And we're going to do that and that. And what on earth was the other one? Linseed. Oh. What makes linseed? Flax seeds? Grass seeds? There is no linseed. Is it made in here? Oh, so it's made from flax, and then we need to process it in a mill. Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. And getting a second mill isn't going to hurt. So it's flax we need. That wasn't very clear at all, was it? Flax seeds. And we're going to do that. And we're going to say we've got everything we need there as well. And we're going to make a high priority and enable manual workers. Probably going to need to get another seasonal worker down, but that's fine. What did I just think? Oh, upgrade this. Excellent. Right. So we do already have 5 tractors. So what's it complaining about? Does it tell us what it doesn't have? Or what it's waiting for? No machine plow. A lily plow. Let's get another plow then. Because they're all going to need them to be plowed, aren't they? So we'll get another lily plow. We'll just buy that. That's fine. Pop this. Doesn't matter which one it goes in. Pop that there. And I think... Are we going to need another seasonal employee? I think I'm going to get another seasonal employee. I think we're probably going to need it. So let's go to social and then seasonal employee. We are going to need more permanent employees as well, though, I think. No, we can always find work for them to do. That's fine. Can't fit them in there. We could fit them there, but that's a nice little size space. So we could either put them here. Weirdly, it lets us put them there. Doesn't look like there's a space there, but there is. We could put them like here and put a road down, or we can put them here and just lose the space behind it. Not sure what the best option there is, to be honest with you. It's an annoying space there as well, we never used up. But we could put them here. Still covers all the areas, but then I could fit another greenhouse in there, so I don't want to do that. Where is the best place to put this? Put it there, we still got another 3 there, so we could fit in another one and then something there as well. I think we'll do that. I think we'll put it here. I know I left that space specifically for these kind of things, but it's going to go there now. So, you know, there we go. Oh, we haven't got a well. And that doesn't cover them. Well. Where's a sensible place to put that? We can fit it behind this house. Oh, that's perfect. As long as it covers all 3 of them, which it is. Pop that down there. Awesome. On you go. So we're not going to have this stuff for a little while. So we are going to need to buy a lot of this stuff in. We don't have workers. We're going to need another house down here, I think, aren't we? That's full. That's got 1 space. Yeah, we're going to need another house of permanent employees. So let's do that, or our quails are going to be very annoyed. They're going to suffer in the short term. So I think we'll pop this one down here. Wait for that to get built. So in the meantime... Oh, it just says assign staff. They're not currently starving. Okay. Okay, so now we need to hire 4 staff. Does it come into animals? I guess it does. May as well put them in the house 5, right? And then animals again. House 5. Animals again. House 5. Animals again. Animals and machines for cheaper. Animals again. House 5. And now... Assign. They all have staff. Excellent. So a lot of those should disappear. Still says we need cows. It does say we need sheep still, which is probably actually very true, isn't it? We do actually have 6 still going there. Okay. Let's do that. So we now have 60 workers. They've already made eggs, even though they have no food. So we're going to add suggested products. Oh, good. It doesn't add the sheep and stuff as well. And then we're just going to buy like loads of this then. So we're going to need loads of it in the end of the day, aren't we? So let's get way over what it suggests. That's fine. Got loads of space in our warehouse. Got loads of space in our warehouse. Things are looking good. So So we haven't actually, I'm just looking at the time, and we're going for about 55 minutes or so. So it's probably, oh, you can see here they've started doing this field by hand. I wish you could say only certain things to be done by hand. Like, I'd really rather they hadn't started ploughing that by hand, because you can see how long it takes. And if you had one of like the maximum size fields, which are currently this big, like that's crazy. It's not even that big, it's because there's the, oh no, bugger, don't do that. That's just because the well was in the way. It's actually bigger than that. I don't think we can even go big enough. Yeah, it takes a long time. It takes a long time. Oh, we've already done that bit. Ostriches should be your next step. Build 2 ostrich enclosures and build at least and purchase at least 15 ostriches. Ostriches, you say? Wasn't expecting ostriches to come up next, but yeah, you can see that it takes so long. It'd be really nice. I don't think the devs will probably ever get this far into the series if they watch any of my videos at all, of course, at this stage. But it'd be really nice if you could say, like on this screen, I guess, only do this by vehicles. You can do this by hand, you can do this by hand, but don't do these by hand. That'd be really nice, because this is painful to watch. Oh, something we do need to do actually is we need to just check here. 20th of March to the 22nd of December. Yeah. 20th of March to the 22nd of December. There we go. So we will be getting some more workers there as well, which will hopefully go and help out over there, because that's crazy. So let's get these ostrich enclosures. No, should we leave it? No, let's leave it. We are rapidly approaching an hour. So, and we need another manure spreader. We probably need some more manure as well. I'm concerned that's going to run out. Let's purchase another manure spreader. I don't mind. I was going to put a vehicle thing there, wasn't I? I don't think I can fit it in now. Oh, you clown. We could put that over here? Nope. Oh, that's a little bit frustrating. That's a little bit frustrating. Well, it's going to have to go somewhere else. It's going to have to go here, isn't it? What we'll actually do is, if we wanted to put in, we're not going to put one in there, because we want the road there. So if we wanted to do the same size field, it would be there. So we want it to be like there. Okay. What I might do then is put it here. And have a road going up here. Like that. And that still covers everything apart from that, which is fine. What do we want? A manure spreader. When do we want it? Now. And we'll put that one over here. We are going to need that additional parking space. As I see these things saying that we need more equipment, I will just go and buy it at this point. If we double up on a bunch of stuff. Ethos Tractor. What's an Ethos Tractor? Oh, were they always called that? Are we using all of our tractors? Do you know what? There was one there going cheap. I know we're going to have to pay to fix the sodding thing, but why not? Let's buy another tractor. What else are we complaining about? An Ester cultivator. I'll buy another cultivator, mate. I don't care. There it is. I'll have that. What else? Not you. I think that's it for the moment. Cool. So yeah, so we're starting to double up on some of our equipment, which I'm fine with. I think all of our staff have marked that they can use equipment, they can use machinery, even if they haven't got the necessary skill to do it. We do want to look at skilling our people up at some point, I suspect, just to help ourselves out. We've got 63 staff now, which is crazy. Crazy. And they are still working on this field. It is so frustrating. Particularly when it wouldn't be so bad if there's nothing else for them to do, but there's this to do. And that could probably be done with yeah, that could be done with a combine. Where's my combine that you decided to do that? So even though the combine is no longer in use, it must have been when they started, even though it's no longer in use, they are still harvesting soybeans by hand. Oh, it's just painful. It's painful to watch. It's painful to watch. So we have loads of quails now. How many quails eggs do we have out of interest? 1,400. Now, they're not worth very much at the moment, but yeah, that's crazy. I don't know what else you would do with quail's eggs. Is that all you... can you... maybe is there an extra production chain you can do with those? Nothing we can see at the moment. Interesting. And you're still using poppy seeds? Excellent. Although they're almost out, and you've got a whole 93 days left for those. Unless we have more in stock over here. We do not. Oh, we do actually. We do. Okay, then you should be fine. You should be fine. Excellent. Cool. There was something I just thought of then that I was like, I should just check that. And I don't know what it was. So it's probably not important. It's probably not important then. Cool. We'll just leave everything ticking along. Another field that I think they're cultivating that by hand. Yeah. I mean, again, it's what seasonal workers are for, I suppose, but I'd rather they focused on the harvesting, and if something can be done, maybe we just need to say, don't allow manual work. If we need to buy another, well, I say if we need to buy another combine, I think they are, the Xena ones are 300,000, yes. We're going to need a Rodon at some point, because they can use a bigger Reaper for starters, and the Corn Reapers. And that one at some point for sunflowers and corn and stuff. I mean, yeah, oh, grapes. That's interesting. Didn't even know we had grapes. Didn't know that was an option. Cool. Well, let's leave that there then. We are definitely going over an hour at this point. I suppose the one last thing we could do is we could just go see if there's anything for us to manually sell before we run out of space. Cheese is fine. That'll sort itself out. Poppy seeds, we may as well sell those. The linseed, obviously not. Pumpkins, no. Buckwheat, no. Quail eggs, nah, they're not very good at the moment. A lot of cow's milk. We turned that off, didn't we? Yeah, so... oh, I wish that didn't happen as well. Oh, I wish that didn't happen as well. Right. Poppy seeds. Cow's milk is looking great. Let's sell 10,000 cow's milk. Jam is terrible. Mutton is great. Raspberry jam is terrible. Is that the same jam I just did? I think it is, isn't it? We want to keep cucumbers. Strawberries we want to keep. Le Boeuf is still terrible. Goat's cheese is terrible. Sheep's wool is terrible. Sheep's milk is terrible. Jam, mate. Jam is where it's at. Jam is amazing. Sauerkraut is terrible. We have got 12,000 cabbages. So we are running through our cabbages. We're back up to 10,000 wheat. So maybe we need to start thinking about getting another mill in place. But then we need another mill for our linseed, don't we? Do you know what? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sell this stuff. Then I'm going to get another mill down. That's what I'm going to do. First things first, small ostrich farm. How big are they? We're not going to make this. Small ostrich farm. Oh, they're bloody huge. Okay, well then we'll put the mill this side then. So we'll get a paved road. We'll just move this one. All the way along here. It's annoying it does that. I might bring a road down here. Just we've got an extra road coming down if we ever expand downwards. And then we're going to put down another mill, which is going to be ridiculously expensive. Where's the mill? There it is. Well, it's only 160, so it's actually cheaper than some of the other ones. Pop that down there. Should be within power range. It is. And then we'll just get that set. It's not going to have any linseed or any flax, sorry, to work with at the moment. But when it does, what are we looking for here? No machine sprayer. Now, I did just change that. But I might buy another one. Oh, we've got all sorts of things now. Yeah, sprayer. They're all going to be sprayers, aren't they? Let's buy another sprayer. Sprayer. And then buy. And then put that right here. Put that at the front. Excellent. There we go. So this has been produced. Let's change that to flax. Even though we're not going to have any at the moment. And then we'll hire production. You've reached the staffing limit. You can increase it by completing training. What? Hold your chunky horses. What? Storage capacity. Bills. Machines. Strength of employees. Specialized training. Don't be under there. Don't be under there. Don't be under there. Allows you to hire up to 150 staff. Oh my word. Crazy. At least it's not too long. Right, let's get that researched and then we're going to do that. Oh, I just want to have that done. Oh, wait a second. What's going on? Are we out of warehouse space? Oh my golly golly gosh. Yes, we are. Do I just build another warehouse? No, I should just sell stuff now at this point, shouldn't I? Let's sell the cheese. Doesn't really matter. If we're flooding the market, we're flooding the market. We'll sell that. I will sell the poppy seed. We want to keep the linseed. We want to keep that. We'll sell the quail's eggs. Don't care. Cow's milk we've already done. Jams. Fine. I don't care if it's plummeted in price. We need to clear the space. We'll do that. We'll do that. Cheese, milk, sauerkraut. It's these things. I'm just unsure how much I should sell. Maybe we'll sell like 5,000 cabbages. Maybe we don't need nearly 20,000. We'll just have 15,000 cabbages. That seems reasonable. We have a lot of oat, but again, I'm concerned about the winter. If we sell that, that's got us freed up so much space. So much space. It's ridiculous. Let's buy a couple of sheep to keep this ticking along, because it's probably, yeah, it's completely out now. Well, only just. Might just change this to be like that again. 5 days. I just want to get that done so I can get some more staff down there. That's crazy. That's crazy. I just want to know that's done so we don't come to a point where we're like, oh, we've got loads of flax and I don't know what to do with it. Which is going to be 73 days, but nonetheless. Another sprayer. Are we using both our sprayers? What are you doing? You're spraying by hand. I mean, I suppose there's... No, there is something else you should be doing. Do I have a full 12? I have 36 seasonal employees now. I wonder if they're... Have they capped out? I wonder. What were you waiting for, I wonder? I'm just wondering whether we should just buy like just loads of tractors. Just buy even more tractors. Buy like one per field, or one for every other field. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We buy like 8 tractors. Is that reasonable? Manufacturing. Oh, it's gone the other way. No, I've clicked on beekeeping. Manufacturing. You. In house 5. There we go. Right. So our mill for flax is now ready to roll. Like I said, it's going to be a little while till we get anything. 66 days remaining. Cool. Anyway then, I'm going to leave that there. Way over an hour. I tried to max out my videos at an hour, but I'm just enjoying this game so much. I'm just like, I just want to do a little bit more. I just want to do a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Just please, sir. Can I just have just a little bit more? Oh, I can't help myself. I honestly can't. It is possible we're going to get to a point where she's going to be like, you need to put down, I don't know, pigs. We haven't got pigs. You need to put down pig farms. We're just not going to have the room for it. Or like not where we want to put it anyway, because things are getting tight. They're getting toit over here. They're getting toit. Anyway, hoping you're enjoying this. If you are, that's great. Hit the like button, comment, subscribe. If you're not, I apologize. I'm just going to keep playing it. I'm really enjoying it. It's going to happen. So if you're not enjoying it, then I guess you're not watching it. So it's fine. For those people that are watching it, carry on enjoying it. There's going to be loads more to come. Yay! Don't forget I stream on Wednesdays. Oops. Autumn is here. Wednesdays at 7 PM UK time. I will hopefully see you there. Otherwise, I'll see you next time in Farm Manager 2021. And as always, thank you very much for joining me.